Welcome back everyone to another episode of Farming Simulator 17. It's been a little bit for me since last recording. Not that you guys have noticed by videos going up. However, there is more videos going up now. More or less, my internet's cleared up and for some stupid reason it's gotten better. So, yay! More videos. Hopefully there's going to be another video every frickin' day, so yay! Anyways, yes, we are back with the whole farming simulator. Hopefully this episode we should be able to maybe buy some new equipment. I need a new tipper. Drastically need a new tipper. Or grain cart, as it is. So yeah, we got that going on. I just dumped a load of canola, also known as, if you're anything of farming, we still call it rape. So yeah, I just dropped off a load of that stuff. I got my little helper over here. He's out seeding away like a little devil that he is. Putting it down to beans again. And kind of what this crop is here. As I frickin' turd hurdler it over here. I better grab this guy again. Let's get him going on this crop. Yeah, not a lot of things here. I hope to soon get a new harvester or sorts. Or the other option is that I was toying with the other day while just sort of trying to build up some more funds. It gets kind of boring in between just harvesting all the time and building crops, harvesting. Since I put it on normal, not easy for you guys. It's better to have content where you just have, where I constantly build up stuff. So that's what I'm planning on doing from now on in. So today, while everyone's busily working, I think we should sneak off, because of course this is a fairly decent little tractor. It can haul a fairly decent tipper or grain cart thing. We're going to go out and buy ourselves a new cart. This one isn't too bad. It's a little small for our needs. Of course, we have this field here, and we hope to buy this field soon. I'm not sure how much this field cost, but that's going to be our next purchase here right away. And that one is actually a fairly decent little sized field, so I hope that maybe by building up and things like that, we should be all right. Now, the other thing I want to do this episode is buy a new seeder, or sour as it is. Hoping to get a little bit bigger one. Still want to do the direct seeding thing, just because we're still a small farm. It costs too much for expenses to have a cultivator run. Like, you can afford to buy the cultivator and things like that, but when you consider the fuel and the labor and everything else involved, it physically costs us too much. I'm not sure if the game is particular on what the evolution of it is. Like, do you get better crops if you cultivate all the time and then seed into that, or if direct seeding gives you better benefits? I don't know. I haven't found a difference. So you guys can post a comment below and tell me what you guys think on that. Is there a difference, or am I just full of crap? I thought that guy was driving through the parking lot. Yeah. Hello. Picking up now. Crashing into the roof. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Good job, Beers. Wow. That's more than I figured I'd get for that. Alright, let's just go over to the shopping cart here and see what we can buy. Tippers. So this is what we had. We had the TDK 1600. So actually, for getting 15, we did pretty decent with that. It's only a little 15,000. I think that's one of the original ones we started with. Now this is one I'm looking at, is the TKD 302. 21,000. And these ones, you typically need, like this, you need a truck. This, you need a truck. They're good and all, but, it's not beneficial for me yet to buy a semi, buy a trailer, doing all that. So I think the next option is either to go with this guy or this guy. Since I think we should go with this one. It's 6,000 more for liters that we can put in. And it's just, I think it's just going to work pretty good. Yeah, let's leave it let's go dark green. What the hell, right? Wide tires. White tires actually I think would be more beneficial. White. What color? White color. White color. It doesn't cost anything extra. Let's go with the color. Alright. Cool. We have bought ourselves a new tipper. I think that's the cover that was colored. Alright, cool, whatever. I am down, I'm cool, I'm hippie, I'm everything. I'm hippie? Am I a hippie? Well, you know, maybe. That is a question. I can't really answer that at this present time. I don't smoke grass, but I do smoke cigars. It's a type of grass, sort of. Maybe. Post comment below. Is weed or tobacco a type of grass? I know weed is, but is tobacco? Post comment. Let me know. I'm like Sly Dog right now. It's like, yeah. Is it? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's take the cover off. Yeah, this thing's better. If it still feels like it's a little big for my tractor at this point, but at least it's better, right? At least I don't have to go back and forth half a dozen times trying to get between the field and the bin. So yeah, we just hauled canola over to the plant. We know it's about 1,600, so that should give us a pretty good lift for finances. And then, of course, we're harvesting beans at the same time, so hopefully that should give us more of a benefit as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure how much we'll get for it or whatnot. So yeah, going back to it, I was toying recently with the idea of putting corn in. Not sure what your take is on that. What is this? 68,000. We could buy this. We could buy this pretty easily. And it comes with a crop. So we could harvest it, gain the crop. Alright. So the beans should be good, and that. You know what? I'm going to back up. I'm going to buy this. That is a thing we're going to do this episode. This is going to be a fun pack-filled episode. We have just bought ourselves a brand new tipper. We might not be able to afford the sowing cart or what have you, the seeder, until next episode. But, you know what? I think we're just going to do it. I'm going to buy this. 68 grand. Okay, we got 20 grand left. That's a little tight. But I'm okay with this. I'm actually quite okay with this. That is not a bad crop in there. And it's all ours. And I might be able to add a little bit more. I'm not sure. We'll take a real close look after it's harvested. We might be able to add maybe a couple more rows to it with the cultivator. Or the plow. I guess it would be called a plow. Kind of what we did here. We had an empty field that essentially was garbage. We still have some concrete curbs in our field, but I digress, right? Let's just quickly take a look and see what the cost is involved. Okay, so that's the one we have. It doesn't have any fertilizer in it, which I think is almost a necessity at this point. It's 52, so we'll probably get about 40 for it. And then this one's 96, and this one does have fertilizer in it, which is really good. I had this for the longest time before I got the new pack, which, of course, I'm using this guy and this guy. These guys in tandem. It is superior in most senses, but I also can say, without a question of a doubt, that this is a different sort of mod pack that I'm using right now. It's not really the standard, so it's a little bit harder. I would have to just show you guys right now. I'd have to buy either this one or this one as a little boy. Yeah, I'd have to have a tractor with a front end loader or a bobcat, and I would have to buy my seed this way in order to basically put it in. Or the other thing is you can use the seed from next time to put in, and you need to dump it into the, if we go back to the sours here, that's fertile, that's slurry, that's poo, man. There is, you can see here, a feeder that you can back a truck into and dump it that way. So you can have the seed for next time. I'm going to teleport my butt around here. I'm going to load up. There's no wheat, there's no barley, but there is a little bit of canola. So we're going to dump the canola in here. I'm going to zoom ahead. I'm going to be zoom, zoom. And I am going to casually, there. That will be for beans. Because might as well take it all in one trip, because it's still a decent price. We're still looking at canola for Maplefield Mill for $1,400. Good price. It's going down a little bit here, which is a little frightening for me, but I think we can still get by. If it's still around $1,600 to $1,700 range, I'm happy with that. I know it could be higher, but at the same time, I'd rather get a profit off it right away. Just, it's one of those things, right? We're still doing all right. This one's still hammering away on this. This is going to be beans. This is going to be a good crop for next time. That will be a next episode crop that we'll be taking off. Let's just take a look at our combine here. He's 56%. I must admit, by knocking out this barn, by knocking out and cultivating all this land, we essentially upped our production by at least about 32%, which is phenomenal. It has really gained, like field size, we gained a good 50% of what we had before with this field. But as in total production, it's around 32%. We've gained about 32% production by selling that building, cultivating it, and putting a new field in. It's actually quite beneficial. And I'm really satisfied with this game that you have the ability to do that. That you can sell a building, bulldoze it, and cut down the trees, get rid of the trees entirely, cultivate it, and put to land. Now, saying that, down the road, I think what we're going to do for this patch is we're actually going to plant some trees in there and just clean it up. I planted one tree here, a maple tree, just for something, right? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to build like a shelter belt for trees, and I think it's going to be like partially down this line and things like that, just to give the map a little bit more character. Like, yeah, it's fine if we bulldoze trees and things like that. I don't have a problem with it, so long as the basis is you plant whatever you cut down. Now, we cut down a fair bit of trees, so that means I have to plant a fair bit of trees. Now, what I'm going to do in the space behind the combine here is a little different. I'm thinking, for the meantime, in between sessions, that's going to be silos. I'm going to build a lot of silos there for grain storage. So all we have to do instead of hauling grain back and forth all the time is we're just going to dump the grain into the building there. We're going to essentially have it so it's full of grain all the time, and then in between sessions I can go haul the grain and make the money required for the next episode, where we can buy new equipment, buy new land, and build up to our goal, which is $100 million. We need $100 million to complete this game, or this series. I think we can do it. I know it's a tough goal. I know you guys thought for a while there that it was over, the series was over, things like that. It's just my internet was poor and things like that. And time-wise, I just couldn't physically get the videos up in time. But that has changed. I am going to do it now. I'm going to give you guys the best possible content I can. So, we have done a little bit this episode. We bought a new field. Yay! To complete this series, we also have to buy all the fields. So, keep that in mind. And this episode, we also bought a new tipper. So next episode, be sure to keep your eye out, because we will be buying a new sour and we will be upgrading our production once more. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share my shit, and we will catch you next time. Take care, everyone, and thanks for tuning in.